video, but me. So again, welcome everyone, Namaste. And the theme or the word for the day, coming from the philosophy and what I've been sharing each day, is the concept is Ishwara Pranayama. It's a kind of like difficult two words to say, but basically what they mean is to surrender to what is. And in a lot of the scriptures or the books, it's also called or translated as surrendering to God. But that can be kind of challenging, because if you don't believe in God, then it's like, no, that's not for me. But the idea is that it's not a specific God, but it's about surrendering mostly to what we feel it's something that is higher than ourselves. And it's also surrendering mostly, if we think about it in different ways philosophically, it's mostly surrendering to the now, to the present moment. Now, also the word surrender is tricky, because in many ways it can feel like, okay, I'm surrendering, so it's something that it's passive and I'm letting go. And this is not like this in the philosophy. Why? Because this concept of surrendering to a higher power comes right after 4 other concepts that are connected, and we are supposed to walk through those until we get to the surrendering one. And the ones that come before are the ones that I've been sharing, which are clarity or purity of mind, of thoughts, of words and actions. Then the one that comes after is contentment or joy, and it has to do with finding gratitude in all the little things that are happening in our lives, even with the challenges. Then we have the other one that is called tapas. Tapas means fire, or igniting the fire that creates or brings purity or clarity in our actions, also in our habits, in our patterns. And then the one that I shared yesterday, which is self-study or reflection. So again, all of those, once we walk through all of those, we get to this place where we are like, okay, I did my all, I put my energy, I ignite this fire to clear my mind, to be better with my words, with my thoughts and my actions. I went through the fire, through the things that are difficult, the changes, the things that want me to, that sometimes I feel like I want to give up on, but I keep going, and I find contentment in that journey. And after all of that, then I'm surrendering to the present moment. I'm staying with what is in the now. So this is the idea. And for today's practice, the invitation is, as you sit tall and let your palms rest on your lap, invite your eyes to close just for a moment. And take a deep inhalation through the nose and big exhale through the mouth. And do that 2 more times. Deep inhale through the nose. Big exhale. 1 more. As you release, notice your physical body in space. Give yourself a moment to soften the skin from top to bottom, and check in with any sensations that may be arising in this shape that you took. Perhaps sensitive knees, perhaps lower back pain, maybe some specific area. Just use it to inform your practice, take care of yourself. And as we check in with the physical body, we start moving deeper into this practice by checking also the energy body, like we call it, or the energetic layer. How do you feel energetically? Moving from there into checking in with thoughts, emotions, memories, reminding ourselves that it's all temporary. giving ourselves the opportunity to dive into this practice as part of our journey to grow spiritually. And as we bring the palms together into the heart center, today the invitation to perhaps bring to mind one thing you think or you believe to be holding on to, maybe dearly, or forcing, that may be a good opportunity to release, to let go, to surrender to. And like I said in the intro, it's not about surrendering in the sense of giving up, but the surrendering here, it's about flowing, being in the flow of the moment without pushing, without forcing, observing, sometimes pausing to sit back and watch in a loving way with what we call calm awareness. And perhaps as we decide to make that space and sit back, we let the solutions or the resolve of this challenge that may be making noise in your life slowly dissipate. We enter the journey, if you want, by setting a positive intention. How is it that you want to feel at the end of this journey? Find that quality through your practice. And let's open with the on sound one time all together. First inhaling through the nose, big exhale through the mouth, then breathing in again. Then we connect the head down to the hands and the heart just for a moment. If you want here, before releasing your palms, to dedicate your journey to someone who may be in need of your loving kindness, your thoughts, your strength today, you can do that. And then releasing the palms, we lift the head, we open the eyes. Thank you again for being here. Let's start where we are, sitting. You can change the seat if you want, if it feels uncomfortable, or change the position of your legs, and just roll your wrists a few times. Doesn't matter which direction you chose first. Just do 3 to 5, and then you reverse it and take 3 to 5 the opposite way. Good. As a reminder, because I'm facing you, most of you, I'm guessing at home, you always follow what I'm saying with my words. Maybe you see me and it looks like I'm going opposite, but sometimes I don't want to confuse what I'm saying. So just follow my wording, okay? Good. From here, let's just inhale, right arm up and over towards the left. So you're going with your right arm to your left. With my left hand, I'm just holding a little bit on the side. Just a gentle stretch, it's not very aligned. It's just a little bit of feeling that opening. Then we go to the other side. Left arm goes over the head. Feel that stretch on the left side. And then we come back. Good, from here, bring the arms in front and put the wrists against each other. And then you're just going to make fists and then open. And fist and open. And again, fist, open, one more. Good, and then release it there, shoulders rolling 3 times, one way. Good, and then reversing 3 times the opposite way. Good, super, let's get out of this seat. Let's move the props if you have them just to a side so you can use them later. We come to child's pose, knees wide. I'm going to sit back into the sitting bones. You can always put a blanket in between your heels and your sitting bones, or a rolled blanket or something like that if you need a little bit more support, if you have a bolster or something like that. Then we're going to extend the arms, let the head slowly relax down onto the floor, and push a little bit with your hands so the sitting bones move back towards your heels. If you have knee issues or sensitivities, you can also pad your knees with more support underneath the knees and be in between the sitting bones and the heels. 2 breaths. Good, and then we'll move this child's pose a little. So we'll all move towards the left side first, walking your hands and your trunk and your belly towards the left. When you get to the edge or the place where you feel that's enough for you, release the trunk there. Maybe your right hand goes on top of the left one, and you rest there and you open that right side, breathing in and out twice onto that right side. Then we slowly walk towards the center of the mat, and we go to the right side. Now I'm walking all the way to the right as far as I can. Maybe my left palm goes on top of the right one, maybe not. And then I'm releasing their torso and head. Always using steady breath through your nose. Long, steady exhale through the nose to calm our nervous system as we move. Good, we come back towards the mat again. We lift into the hands and knees. Bring the knees a few inches behind your hips. Send your toes towards the edges of your mat. Press with your palms, and we are going to lift the knees. We are going to keep the knees bent and send the hips as high as you can. So I'm pushing with my palms. So my sitting bones, they go high, high, high towards the ceiling. I'm also trying to feel the sensation of those sitting bones moving away from each other. And I'm releasing the head and the neck, just gently releasing without forcing. Remember, we are in a flow. And we can shake a little bit the hips from side to side if you want here. Good, and then we'll gaze towards the front of the mat, and we'll take a few steps until we get to the top. Keep your feet hip distance apart. And if you need the block in front of you, you put the block. If you can touch your shins, you touch your shins. We'll inhale halfway, lengthening the spine. You can keep your knees bent. Roll the shoulders back and lift the belly. Then exhale and fold. Again, same thing. We inhale halfway like a table, shoulders back, sternum forward. Exhale. Again, inhaling halfway. Press through your feet, even if the knees are bent. Lift the belly, lengthen the sternum. Exhale. And in the last one, we press through the feet and we go all the way up. Arms overhead. And we exhale, hands to the heart. And then we release. Beautiful. We are standing. We bring the feet a little closer. And again, we'll inhale, arms up overhead. Feel that chest opening. Exhaling, bend your knees if you need it. We fold over the legs. Inhaling halfway, we lengthen like before. Exhaling, we fold. Inhaling, pressing through the feet. We go all the way up, opening the chest. Sacrum long. Exhaling to center. We'll start from here one more. Inhaling, arms up, opening the chest. Follow your breath. Exhale, folding. Inhaling, halfway, we lengthen. Exhaling, we fold. Inhaling, arms up. Exhaling to the heart. Good, I'm going to start adding more stuff, okay? One more. Inhaling, arms up. Exhaling, we fold. Inhaling halfway. Exhaling, we send the right leg back, right knee down. Inhaling, arms up. I'm just toning my outer hips in, and I'm trying to lengthen the sacrum and lift the belly up. Just that. Inhaling, opening the chest. Exhaling, we fold. We go with the left leg up and back to downward facing dog. One breath in. One breath out. Then we inhale the right leg up and back. Right foot comes forward, left knee comes down. Inhaling, arms up. Zip the navel up towards the sternum, firm the hips in. One more breath. Good, we exhale, left foot forward, we fold. And we press through the feet, inhaling, arms up overhead. We'll keep going, exhaling, we fold. Inhaling halfway. Exhale, left leg back, left knee down. Inhaling, arms up. Tone the belly and the hips. One more breath, inhale. We exhale to downward facing dog. One full breath there. Exhale. Inhale, left leg up. Left foot comes forward with the exhale, right knee down. Inhaling, arms up. Exhaling, right foot forward, and we fold. Inhaling, we come all the way up. Exhaling, back to center. Releasing the arms, we keep going. Inhaling, arms up, tone those legs, super strong. Exhaling, we fold. Inhaling, half. Exhale, right leg back. This time we keep the right knee off the mat. Inhaling, arms up. Stay there. You can bend the back knee if you have tightness in that back leg, or straighten a little more if you can. Hips into the midline, lift the belly, lengthen the sacrum, open the chest. Good. Before we release, arms go behind, lace your fingers, roll the shoulders. If you have a belt and you need it instead, you take the belt, extend the arms behind you, send your scapulae down towards your tailbone, lift the belly up. Good. Inhaling, arms up. Exhaling to downward facing dog. This time we add a plank pose. Inhaling. Stay there for a moment, zip up the belly. Back to downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg up. Right foot forward. We come up. Tone the hips again. Bend that back knee if you need a little, or straighten by hugging that thigh more into the bones. Hug the hips in, open up through the chest. The front ribs, they will want to pop. See if you can bring them a little bit in. Arms behind you, lace the fingers, roll the shoulders and extend through the arms. You can always catch a bell there instead. Good. Inhaling, arms up. Exhaling, back to downward facing dog. Inhaling, plank pose. Exhale, use your knees first if you need, or coming all the way down. Inhaling, cobra pose. Exhale, we release. Good, tucking your toes. Come to the tabletop first, and we go up to down dog. Widen your feet if you need, bend the knees a little if you need. Push those sitting bones up and back. Press through your hands. Big breath in. Big breath out. One more. Good. Then we're going to walk our hands back towards the feet. And here you may need to bend your knees or bring your blocks or your support again. If you can, with your peace fingers, catch your big toes. Bend your elbows, bend your knees. Let the belly rest on top of your thighs and then drop the torso and the head. And if it's possible, this is very personal, so it's not for everyone. If it's possible, you slowly start creating more of a lift through your inner legs, and you let the backs of the legs open a little more. That can be done by contracting the fronts of your knees a little more and contracting your quads also towards your bones. 2 more breaths. Good. Then release the hands. Bring the feet closer to each other if they are hip distance, right? So bring them a little closer. Bend your knees and we'll take the Utkatasana or chair pose. We send the weight towards the heels. We lift through the chest. Your arms can be in front of you or like a cactus shape if it feels better for you. Just remember, don't close your chest. So we keep it open, collarbones wide, and we keep lifting through the heart. Zip that belly up and lengthen those sitting bones down. Good, a little bit of a challenge here. Bring your hands to the heart center. Press onto the left foot, bring your right knee up. Keep that chair shape. Go back towards the warrior 3. We are not staying long. Bring it back and sit back into that chair. Good, open the chest again. We press into the right foot, lift the left knee. Send the left leg back. Bring it back, firm those hips in. Sit back into that chair pose. Inhaling, arms up. Good, exhaling, we fold. Walk yourself towards down dog. Widen the feet again. Pedal the feet a few times. Good, inhaling, plank. Exhale, lower. Inhaling, cobra or a little further. Exhale, release. Good, let's take a child's pose. Good, rest here for a few cycles. You thought I was never going to say child's pose, but I did. Rest for a moment. Recover your breath. Notice the body. Use long, steady breaths. Softening, easing yourself into the moment. I'll tell you when we change the shape, a few more breaths. Good, add one more. And then from there, we'll move back into downward facing dog. Once you're ready, we come up. Good, from here, we are going to inhale the left leg up and back. Left foot comes forward. We go back to the lunge and we lift up. Good, from here, we are going to turn the back foot down for the warrior 2. The left leg is in front. And I'm going to extend, straighten the front leg and turn the left foot so it's parallel to the right, okay? Lace your fingers behind the lower back. Again, an opportunity to take a belt if you need. Roll the shoulders back and extend the arms. We're going to keep the arms like that, pulling back. And from there, we fold over the legs. Press into the outer edges of your feet. Lift the navel, lengthen through the sternum. Relax the head. Don't let your shoulders drop into your ears. Move them away. Widen your sitting bones away from each other. One more breath. Good. Press into your feet. Use your core to lengthen the spine and come all the way up. Good. And release through the arms. Okay. Good. Now from here, we are going to turn that left foot forward again. Bend, so we take the warrior 2. Drop that left sitting bone, hug the left glute into your body. And we reverse the warrior. Left leg is in front, left arm is coming up and over. Good, then we slowly come back. Left arm to the forearm, right arm goes up and over, side angle pose. See if you can keep dropping that left sitting bone so that left thigh is parallel to the floor. Hug that left glute into your body and spin the chest up towards the ceiling. Good. Option here, depending on how it is for you in your body, to send that left arm down and touch the floor. Maybe that's not for you. Press into that right foot, lift the right inner thigh. Good. And then we slowly come back, warrior two. Good. I'm going to change this a little. I'm going to turn the left foot in so we can come a little further down and come towards a modified squat, right? From here, I'm going to try and keep my hips low and I'm going to move to the other side. Good, and again, I'm going to the left, lifting the right toes. Then coming back the other way. One more. Right. Good, and left. Extending, right, the left side. Then I'm coming back. Turn that right foot in. Move your arms, your torso towards that front leg, your left foot. Bring that back foot in. A little closer, turn it in, straighten both legs, send the left hip back towards the back of your room, extend the sternum, the spine, and then we fold over that left leg. Breathe here, lengthen the spine over that left leg. If you need to bend the front knee a little, do so. Good. Then we bend the left knee, put your hands down, we go back to downward facing dog. Inhaling plank, exhale chaturanga, inhaling going up, exhaling to downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in, deep breath out. We go with the second side, right leg goes up and back, right foot comes forward. We have the lunge posture. From here we lift, lengthen the sacrum, hips in, then we open the back leg so we turn towards the warrior two. Good, from here I'm going to straighten the front leg like we did before, turn the right foot in. This time we are going to come with arms up, inhale. Good, exhale, we fold and we are going to try and see if we can catch the big toes. If not, maybe you catch your shins. From here, we inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, bend the elbows, drop the trunk. Keep the sitting bones expanding. Tone those inner legs. One more breath. Shoulders away from the neck. Then bring your hands to your hips. Press through the feet into the floor to come up. Good. And now we turn that right foot out. We bend the right knee. We take the warrior two. Drop the right sitting bone. Make the right thigh long and press it back towards the wall behind you. Let's reverse the warrior. Good, coming back. Side angle pose. Right forearm onto your right thigh. Left arm goes up towards the right side of the room. And then spin the chest and the belly up towards the ceiling. Press firmly into that left foot. Lift the inner thigh in that left leg. And drop the right sitting bone a little further down. One more breath. If you want to release that right arm down, you can. Good. We slowly come back to the warrior two. From here, I'm going to change. We go with the hands back towards the front. Bring that back leg in. Turn the foot in. Straighten the front leg. Lengthen again. Hug that right hip, send it back, and then release the trunk over the leg. We give all to the practice. We do self-study. We observe reactions, patterns, thoughts, judgment, and we try and make of this a journey to grow. After all that effort, we also trust our journey. This is mainly the significance of the words that I was sharing today, trusting our own journey. Good, bend the front knee, put the hands down, send the right leg back to down dog. We inhale to plank, exhale lower, inhaling up, exhaling downward facing dog. Good, stay there, just bring your left foot halfway forward. This is for the ones who want to play with me. From here, pressing the floor away with your palms. 3 times we kick. You don't have to come to a handstand. Just try to bring your hips above your shoulders. Just a few. Bunny hops. And then go back to down dog. Right foot comes forward. We switch sides. Again, a few bunny hops. And don't bend your elbows. Just kick a few times. And after the last one, we go to down dog. And bring your knees down and rest again. Child's pose, a few breaths. Taking a moment to reset. Two more long, steady breaths. Good, from there slowly lifting up. Okay, I'm going to say what we are all doing. So I'm going to do it sideways. I'm going to try and sit on my left heel and bring my right leg out to the side like when I'm doing a squat, okay? You can also put a block under your sitting bones and use it as a seat instead, okay? So just so you see it again, I'm sitting on my left sitting bone. If you need the block, you put it there. So I'm sitting onto the left heel and this leg looks like the squat, okay? Good. So from there, we are going to try and make the legs as wide as we can. Of course, for you, right? So you take it as far as you can. Right arm goes in front the right leg or the right foot. I'm going to push that leg with my right arm, and then the left arm goes up, spinning that chest and belly up to the ceiling. Lean back a little. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. One more. Deep breath in. Exhale, release it. Beautiful. Let's switch sides. I'm sitting on my right heel and I'm taking the left leg out. If you need the block, you put it under the sitting bones instead, as high as you need, or a book or something, or a chair. And then I'm going to open the legs as far out as I can. Left arm inside the left leg. I'm pushing that leg with my arm. My left hand is touching the floor. If it's not, you put a block or something there, a blanket. And then we inhale, we open the right side towards the ceiling, sit back. Last breath. Good, then we slowly release. Bring both knees into your mat. Let's go up to downward facing dog. Inhale the right leg up. Right foot comes forward. Turn the back foot down. We straighten both legs. And from here, you may want to have a block or a support. We're going to go straight into balance. So I'm going to bend the right knee. I'm going to put the left hand onto my left hip. And with my right hand, I'm going in front of my foot, perhaps a little further, and I'm lifting the left leg up. If this is not for you, you can stay in the triangle shape. It's very much the same. If you want to stay here, spinning the chest up, you can do that. If you are in the balance, use your left hand to lift that left hip a little higher, squeeze the sitting bones towards each other and the glutes, spin the chest and the belly up, and then if you want, you send the left arm up. Don't lock your right knee. Keep a little bit of a micro bending action in that knee. Squeeze those glutes. Good, and then slowly returning. Back up, bend the front knee. Beautiful, I see it. Inhale, reverse the warrior. Exhale, take downward facing dog. Good, we are going to keep going. Inhale, right leg up. Come to plank with that right leg floating. Come down with that right leg up. Inhale to the cobra, right leg up. Exhale, downward facing dog. And then put that right leg down. Good, pedal your feet a few times. We go to the second side. Inhale, left leg up. Left foot comes forward. Turn the back foot down. And we come up, warrior two. Beautiful. We go to the balance right away. So if you want to straighten the leg and come to triangle without the balance, you can stay there. If you want to go a little further, right hand to your right hip, left hand coming towards the top of the mat. Take one step, lift up. Use that right hand to lift that right hip up to the ceiling. Squeeze the glutes. Don't lock your left knee. Notice that. If you feel ready to send the right arm up, send it up. If not, you keep it on your hip. Lengthen the sides. Left side of the chest moving up. Keep squeezing those glutes. One more breath. Good, then slowly return back to that warrior two. Good, one reverse. Coming back. Good, hands down, downward facing dog. Left leg goes up. We're going to keep it up for that sequence, that vinyasa, coming to plank. Lower, up, and then down dog. Left leg goes down. Pedal your feet. Bring your knees down and sit back for a moment. Good. Okay. Take a deep breath. You made it. Good. From here, if you need a blanket to pad your knees or your shins, put it there. We're going to come onto our shins. I have my hips over my knees, and I'm going to try and keep all the time the action of trying to meet my sacrum and my pubic bone. So both of them, they are lengthening down towards each other, okay? And from here, I'm going to put my hands on my hips. We're going to play with one at the time. Inhaling, right arm up. And then we go all the way towards the heel. Lift the belly up, lift the chest up. Then inhale that right arm up and bring it down. Good. Hold that right hip. We go to the second side. Left arm, inhaling. Exhale, take it all the way back. Maybe you tuck your toes if you need. Good. Open the chest, tone the thighs. Inhale. And come back. Again, same thing. Right arm, inhaling. Going all the way towards the heel, or maybe your shin, your calf. Good, inhale, come up. And release. Second side, zip up that navel all the way to your sternum. Then we go all the way back. Inhale. And back. Beautiful. Now we are going both at the same time. But I'm going to press. I keep my toes tucked so I have a little bit more help where to touch. You can also just keep your hands on your hips. Keep lifting from the front. Roll the shoulders back. Inhale, send that sternum up to the ceiling. Remember, we are sending the sacrum down to meet the pubic bone. So the both sides, front and back, they are trying to meet. Okay, so we lengthen, 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 lengthen. And then if you can find there your heels, your ankles, keep lifting through the sternum, sacrum down. Tone your thighs. You can let the head go if you like it, or keep the back of your neck extended or long. One more breath. Good. Inhaling, we come up. Untuck your toes and sit back. Take a deep breath. Good. Now, exactly as we are, I'm going to change something very small. So I'm keeping the heels as they are. I'm going to move both my hips and my sitting bones to the right. So I'm just sitting to the right of my feet, okay? Just that. And then from there, bring both your arms to your right, holding the foot or using your blocks if you need. Press the floor away to lift the chest and twist to your right. This should feel good after that back bending that we were doing. Lift up, twist a little bit to your right, big breath in. And exhale. Good, we come back. I'm going back to my heels and now I'm sitting on the other side. So now both my feet are to the right of my sitting bones. My hips are to the left. Both my arms are going to the left also. And I'm going to touch the floor, twist to your left, lift the spine. One more breath there. And then we come back. Beautiful. Extend the legs in front of you. Shake a little bit through the legs. If you have a strap close by, have it with you in case you want to use it. Let's bring the right knee in. Then let that right knee drop to the side. Again, here option if needed to put a block, if you need to support that leg or that knee. And then using your belt if you need it, we are going to spin and create a little bit of a twist of the belly and the chest towards the extended leg. And with my right hand, I'm going to go to the outside of that right foot or maybe the shin, or if not, you catch the belt and you hold with the right hand that belt, okay? From there, my left hand, I'm using it as a training wheel or support. Inhaling, I get tall. Lengthen through the spine, exhale, folding over the leg. If this gives you discomfort in your lower back, then you bend the left knee and you stay with the knee bent, so it softens that lower area and there's less pulling, okay? If you can, and it's okay in your body, you try to ground that left leg as much as you can. You can also add the option of bringing the left hand to catch also your left foot, and with both hands you're holding the leg. One more breath. Try to keep the chest broad. And then we slowly come up. Good, bring that right knee in, extend through the right leg. We switch sides, left knee comes in. I'm letting that leg drop to the side. If you need support, you put support there, sitting tall. Right leg super extended unless the lower back is sensitive, then you bend that right knee. Left hand to the outside of the right foot. Lift the spine, create that twist of the belly and the chest towards the right side, and then we fold. If you need the belt, I'm showing the second option. Just using the belt, you can hold both ends and drop there. Round the right thigh, make it heavy, and lengthen the front of your spine. Option to use the right hand to catch the foot as well. One more breath. And then we slowly lift up towards the seat. Bring that left knee in. Good. And extend that left leg in front of you. Shake them a little. Good. Keep your props close by. We are going to come onto our backs here. Both knees towards the chest. And rock them a little bit from side to side. Create a few circles on your back. Good. Keep your right knee into your chest. Extend the left leg out. And just stay here for 2 breaths, hugging that right knee, feeling the back of your pelvis expand and spread onto your mat. One more breath. Pause, notice. Good, you can roll your right foot a few times, moving that ankle one way and the other. And you can also point and flex that foot if you want a few times. Good, and then we release that leg. Bring the left knee in, hug it into the chest. Stay there for 2 or 3 breaths. Notice the lower back. Spread that area into your support. Relax your shoulders. And then if you want, add the ankle rolling a few times. And then the opposite way. Flex and point your foot. Good, and then release the left leg. Beautiful. Now we bend both knees again and we put the right foot on top of the left thigh. Bring the knees towards the chest. Thread your right arm inside the right leg, holding the left leg anywhere that feels comfortable for you. Send your right knee away from the chest. Long, steady, and smooth breathing cycles here to soften and expand and make more space. Good, then release that, put the right foot down, bring the left foot on top of your right thigh. You can stay there. This is already an opener for the hips. You can also bring the knees towards your chest, threading the left arm inside the leg, catching anywhere on your right leg. 3 breaths here, soften the skin in the face. Notice if you're gripping or holding, surrender. Find that place where you let go and you blend into the moment. Fluidity and flow. Good. Then we slowly release the right foot, left foot down, and now we'll cross the right leg over the left one. I'm crossing the whole leg over. And it doesn't matter if the right foot goes under the other leg or not. That's an option if you feel okay with it or the body can do it. First, before we twist, lift your hips a little. So pick them up and move them to the right, just a few inches. Then let the legs drop to the left, opening the arms to the sides, or maybe right arm overhead. Or you can do the cactus shape for the arms if you don't have the space. Chin to the right. Drop the jawline, the tongue. This is very much a shape that it's meant to be done without force. So we release and we let gravity help. And slowly returning with the legs towards the center of the mat. Shift your hips to the center, take the right leg out. Pick up your hips, move them to the left, just a few inches. Left leg goes up over the right one. Hooking the foot or not, doesn't matter. Let the legs drop to your right. This can be an intense twist. So if your lower back is sensitive, then first of all, you don't hook the foot behind the right leg. Or you can also modify this and just put both knees together and drop them to the side, okay? Chin to the left. One more breathing cycle. Then we return to the center. Bring both knees to your chest again. And take a happy baby pose with the hands holding the feet, pressing the feet down, knees go towards your armpits, lengthen the spine. Good. Option to rock a little bit from side to side. And then we'll release here the legs. We're going to come towards Shavasana. So we'll extend the legs. You can bend the elbows and place your palms on your belly, moving the shoulders a little bit away from the ears. You can also choose to keep your arms to the sides. If you have anything that is close to an eye pillow or part of the blanket or something that you can put on your eyes, maybe even your belt, it can be very helpful to relax into Shavasana. And like I'm saying in all my live classes, this is the moment to release truly and surrender. So I'll tell you when we are done with Shavasana. You don't need to hurry. If you have the time,